Sorry, Jake. I have to be honest with you. Lucy Coe is our prime suspect.
What about Bus Stryker? Is he off the hook?
Oh, nobody's off the hook until we've made an arrest.
Are you linking Ted Holmes and Broder's murders together?
I can't automatically do that just because both the gentlemen come from Laurelton.
The same way you cannot automatically accuse Lucy of being the murderess just because nobody likes her.
She's not a suspect because she's unpopular.
I'm sorry, Anna. I've been under a lot of pressure since I took on Lucy as a client.
Are you definitely going to defend her?
I think so.
You have reason to believe that she's innocent?
Well, let's just call it gut instinct for now.
I see.
Gut instincts are accurate. I mean, after all, it was your gut instinct that Kevin was guilty as hell.
I know, but that's not any reason to defend Lucy.
What am I going to do? She's got nobody else.
Ah, the underdog. Your weakness.
The only thing I regret is that we might be on opposite sides of the fence again.
We have jobs to do, Jake. That's not going to undermine our friendship, I promise.
Glad you feel that way.
I do. I do very much.
I better be going so I can have more pressure put on me.
Well, that's the bother with you.
I will.
Aha! Just the person I wanted to see. I'm in the business of saying goodbyes.
Goodbye?
Yeah.
No. I'm horrible at goodbyes. Don't say goodbye.
But I'm leaving tomorrow.
Well, let's just say...
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm waiting.
Good night, mate.
All right. Good day, mate.
You go see Bobby now. She'll kill you if you don't.
I'm going to do that.
Horrible at goodbyes.
You are.
I'll second that. Well, I thought I'd drop by and just see whether maybe you'd cooled off a little.
No, because you're always right, and it really infuriates me.
Easy. The temperature's rising.
I'm just being funny, that's all.
Why don't you just be beautiful for tonight? That's if we still have a date.
I'll try and be beautiful.
You don't have to try very hard at all.
Oh, dear Robert.
I'm not dear
Yes,
at all.
you are. You're extremely dear. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm offended. With that, I'm leaving. I'm off to say all goodbyes. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later.
General Hospital, Miss Stryker speaking.
Sandy, perfect. Just the person I wanted to talk to.
Who is this, please?
It's Anna Devane here.
Oh, hi, Anna.
I don't mean to upset your day, but I would like you to come over and see me. I want to speak to you.
You want to see me?
Yes. When it's convenient, I need to question you.
Well, I get off pretty soon.
All right, then you'll come over?
Sure, I'll be there.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
What's wrong, Sandy?
What do the police do when, they find out someone lied?
See. Please, would you take a seat?
Why don't you just handcuff me, book me, and lock me up?
Is that what you think?
Well, I know I don't have a chance.
Really, why is that?
I worked at the library at the university, and I read a lot about criminal law. You're going to say that I had both motive and opportunity. You'll be quite the heroine of Port Charles when you lock me up and throw away the key.
Well, Lucy, if you did have anything to do with the murders of Ted Holmes and Sheriff Broder, I will indeed lock you up, yes.
If? Come on, Miss Devane, you've already made up your mind.
You know, I really don't understand why you always make things so very difficult for yourself.
I know when I'm being railroaded.
You are here, Miss Coe, because you had strong motive to kill Ted Holmes. You also had ample opportunity to suffocate a helpless man in his hospital room. Not only that, but his friend Sheriff Broder comes in from Laurelton, turns up on your doorstep, drops dead in your living room floor, poisoned. Do you think it's really very so strange that we call you in here for questioning?
You know what I mean, Miss Devane.
No, I really don't know what you mean, Miss Coe. Why don't you explain what you're trying to insinuate?
I am not your only suspect. You have somebody walking around out there loose who hated Ted Holmes just as much as I did, and who probably was just as much afraid of Sheriff Broder as I was. You good friend, Dr. Buzz Stryker? Apparently, he can do no wrong. Ted Holmes stole money from me that is mine, but Ted Holmes also ruined Dr. Stryker's career. So we both have motive and opportunity. Your choice is up for grabs, and I know who you're grabbing. Me.
Is Sandy on a break right now, do you know?
Well, not exactly, Buzz, no. She was called to police headquarters for questioning by Anna Devane.
Hey, Buzz, just the boy. Yeah, I have no time right now, Robert. Anna has called Sandy down to police headquarters for questioning. How dare she do that to my daughter?
Robert?
Hey, Bobby, baby. I'm here to say goodbye.
Oh, good timing. I'm on a short break. Hey, what's going on with you and Buzz?
Well, he's caught in the middle of a rather messy murder investigation, and Anna's going to have to kind of take it on the chin because friends are involved.
Right. I want to know where you bought the strychnine, please.
I got it at a pet shop. Well, it was like a drugstore pharmacy.
Right, pharmacy. And what was the name of the pharmacy?
I don't know. You know, I never really looked at the sign.
Why did you put it in your father's bag?
Well, because.
Because why?
Well, because it's an old bag, and it seemed like a safe place to keep it.
Sandy, you wouldn't be able to take me to the pharmacy if I asked you to, would you? Hmm?
What do you mean?
I mean that I don't believe you bought the strychnine at the pharmacy. I don't believe you put it in your father's bag. I mean, I could be wrong about this and you might be able to prove it all, but I don't think you can. Now, do you want me to guess why you've been lying to the police?
No.
All right, then you better tell me what's going on, darling, before you get in too deep.
I've just been afraid. I've just been afraid that.
Go on.
I can't.
Sandy, are you afraid that your father might be back on drugs? He was high and angry enough to kill Ted Holmes because he'd turned him down for a job in Laurelton.
Yes.
Oh, darling, come on, Sandy. You mustn't let this upset you. I'm as worried about your father as you are. Hi, is Sam there? Well, find her, please, and send her in. Thank you. I'm sorry, Sandy. You know, I'd have to have found out about this sooner or later, and you should... Come on. Take it easy. Yes, just all right. Will you take Sandy along to the ladies' room and just, you know, and then take her back to the hospital, please?
Sure. Hi, Sandy. How you doing?
Stay with her.
Okay.
Thanks.
General Hospital, main desk, Mrs. Brewer.
Hi, Jessie. It's Anna Devane here. I wonder if Robert's anywhere. I believe he's in the hospital.
As a matter of fact, he's right here, saying goodbye to Monica Quartermain.
Could you drag him away from me?
Yes, hold on a moment. Robert. Anna Devane.
Be right with you.
I'll say goodbye.
I want you to come and visit us.
I'd love to do that.
You said that last time.
I'll try. You take care.
You too, darling.
Miss you.
What's up, sweetheart?
Hi. I wanted to tell you that Sandy was lying to protect her father.
You sound pretty miserable about it.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm going to bring Buzz in for questioning.
You won't have to bring him in. He's on his way there now to rescue his daughter.
Oh, it's a little late for that now.
Yeah. It's a little late. Well, I'll see you later.
Yes, please. Bye-bye. Yes, come in.
Got some reports.
Thank you. You know, you were right about Buzz Stryker's investigation, and I was wrong. He is still on the list as a murder suspect. In both cases. I'm awfully sorry, but I got held up in front.
Anna, don't you ever call my daughter into your office again without notifying me first. Is that clear?
I don't have to check with anyone when I'm making official police decisions. I suggest that you cool down so that we can get along with this.
What did you do to Sandy?
I questioned her. This is a murder investigation.
With Sandy, you're on the wrong track. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm not on any track with her now, Buzz. She's out of the picture, and I hope that she stays out of it.
What are you talking about?
She was protecting you, Buzz. I don't know why she's covering up. If you're not implicated in either of the murders, then I don't know what you're hiding. Buzz. What's the matter? Listen, if you're back on drugs again, then you should tell us. Because that's what's worrying Sandy after death. And we can help you. We can do something about it.
No, damn it, I'm not back on drugs again, but I'm in lousy shape. I'm not holding up well under the pressure. I don't have anyone to back up my alibi for the night Ted Holmes was killed. And with Sheriff Broder, I was seen arguing with him a few hours before he died. And I had access to his luggage.
I know all of this, Buzz.
All right, then book me. If you don't, then get off my back.
This wasn't an official questioning. However, I think that you ought to get yourself a lawyer.
Anna, I don't know how the hell that strychnine got into my medical bag. I didn't put it there. Do you know, for one crazy moment, I was hoping Sandy was telling the truth. I was willing to hide behind her back. What do you want me to do? Admit to a murder I didn't commit?
Before we talk again, you ought to get yourself a lawyer.
Is that serious?
Yes, I'm sorry. It is that serious. So, that was my day. I was the ruthless cop you asked me to be. Even though I hated it, I knew I had to do it. Satisfied?
You know, I've always been very proud of you. For many reasons, but mainly, I think, because at the end of a hard day, you can always be a woman, and you always were.
Oh. Even when I gave you such a hard time when we first met.
Oh, well, maybe I hated you just a smidgen.
Oh, come on. You hated me a lot.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
Only because you were good at your job.
Oh, I know. I'll never forget the look on your face when I worked out a way to rescue that hostage. Do you remember?
Oh, yes. Here I am clambering up the side of that bloody hotel like a fly. And you were sitting in this dumb way to it in complete air-conditioned comfort, and you got the job done in a tenth of the time.
I did. It was wonderful. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Those were the days. Look, why don't we get up and dance before we both start blubbering into our
I
champagne?
think that's a very good idea. Well, there's always one thing we can share for the rest of our lives.
Our daughter.
Yes. Ooh, very good.
Well, you know, I'm very, very proud of my daughter's mother.
And I'm very, very proud of my daughter's dad. And I'm very happy that he was my first love.
Finally, just remember one thing. A hospital bed is a lot more comfortable than a cell bunk. These guys will pull every trick in the book just to buy a few nights in here. Now, your job is to turn away all but the sick ones.
And you expect me to know the difference?
Well, you know how to read a thermometer.
Yeah.
I taught you how to take temperatures and how to read the pulse.
Yeah?
Look, if a con's temperature is above normal, just send him to the examination room. If it's 98.6, give him 2 aspirins and send him away. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Now, you got a hard day, so do a good job, huh?
Okay.
How you feeling, Ellaby?
Oh, lousy, Doc.
Now, how did I know you were going to say that?
I could hardly crawl out of bed this morning.
Ah, then maybe what you need is a nice rest and that firm mattress in your cell.
You're not going to discharge me, are you?
Uh-huh. We need the beds for other patients. You're okay now.
Yeah, but
Now, I get dressed and go back to work.
Police Ellaby's in the infirmary looking out for Duke. We got it covered. When you were in there, you didn't see anything funny, did you? No one made any suspicious move towards Duke?
Not a peep out of anybody.
Good.
From what I saw, I'd say Lavery's as safe as a baby in his mother's arms.
Robin, sweetheart, come on, we've got to go to school now.
No.
Come on, darling.
Darling.
No.
Hey, come on, life goes on.
No, it doesn't. Not for me. Not without you.
Darling, we've been over and over this. You knew your father would have to leave sooner or later, sweetheart.
Mommy, I've got him now, and I'm never going to let him go. Never.
Darling, you know your father has another life he has to go back to in Australia.
I don't care. I don't want him to go.
Come on, sweetheart, I'm very disappointed in your behavior this morning.
Daddy, if I'm not with you all the time, and you don't stay here, then I'm going to starve myself to death, so there!
Oh, Robin. Robin.
She's got quite a temper. Takes after her mother, I believe.
Do you blame her?
For taking after you?
She has been subjected to so many situations this month, and it's not even over yet.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know whether I should send her back to Australia with you. At least I know she'll be safe there.
Now, wait a minute. Do you think if there was 1 chance in 1,000 that there's going to be any problem?
I don't know what I think anymore. You know, I'm sick of this. You're leaving, Robin's in a mess, Duke's in prison, and I just feel like crying. I think I will.
Where are you when I need you, Lavery?
Yes, sir, you have a slight fever. Why don't you go back into the examination room and see the doctor? Okay, next. Hey, open your mouth. It's not even warm. Why don't you take 2 of these and go back to work?
Man, I'm suffering.
Sorry, pal. Doctor's orders. Move it. Stand up.
Forget it, man. You're going to be running a fever.
They're checking?
Robin! Robin! Oh, come on, Robin. Look, this has gone far enough. Okay, have it your way. I'm going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3. 3 and a... Come on. There. That's better now. You want to talk about it?
I just don't want you to leave. Is that wrong?
Of course not. It's only natural. You're going to feel a little bit sad. But, you know, I can't be with you always. And soon, well, soon you're going to be part of a whole new family.
Mommy and Uncle Duke?
Mm-hmm. And, you know, they both love you very, very much. And then, when you come to Australia, well, you'll be part of my family with Holly. So you see, in effect, you got the best of both worlds. You've got 2 families. Not too many little girls in the world have got that. 4 people,
I love them very, very dearly. But then again, you're very, very rare. And you're very lucky, too. Almost as lucky as we are to have you.
So gonna act like a spoiled brat, huh?
All the time.
I'm really sorry that I misbehaved. I'm sorry, Mommy.
It's all right, darling. I know you are.
It was just that I couldn't bear for Daddy to leave.
I know. It's hard for me, too, but we have to learn to live with it. It's part of growing up, you see.
Yeah. Well, I miss you already.
Is my little bambina going to school or not?
Well, why not? Why shouldn't I?
You are. Oh, good.
Can I give Daddy one last hug?
Well, I think school can wait for that.
Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Now, go to school. Off you go. Don't you start.
I don't know what we're going to do without you. Come on, Daddy. I'll help you pack.
The joys of having a child. Nothing quite like it.
Hello?
Hello, Anna. It's Tony. Is Robert around?
Yeah, sure. It's Tony, brother.
Oh, thanks, love. All right, Doc.
You almost packed?
I'm getting there. Listen, I'm glad you called. I wanted to say goodbye.
Listen, Tanya and I are gonna miss you.
Oh, part of me always stays here in Port Charles.
Well, next time, just don't take so long before you come back, okay?
Well, hopefully next time I drop back, it'll be under more pleasant circumstances.
Robert, I want you to know that I appreciate you saving my kid brother's life. You know, without you around, there's no telling how much trouble he'd be into.
The kid can take care of himself. Your brother's turned into a good cop.
Thanks to you.
Listen, give Tanya and the baby my love.
Okay. You have a good flight.
Adios, amigo.
Can I ask you one question? Like, who taught you how to fold shirts?
I think it was you.
Oh, dear. Was it? It's a good job I'm here, else Holly would think you hadn't seen an iron since you've been here.
I haven't.
Must have been hard, being without you for so long.
Well, Holly knows that whenever you and Robin are in trouble, and I'm on the next plane. That's part of the deal.
Yeah. I don't know what we would have done without you.
The important thing is you weathered the storm, and the next of it's all downhill.
Even for Duke.
Look, I've done all I can to protect him. Try not to worry about it too much, Anna. We've put a blanket of protection around him, which is going to be difficult to penetrate.
Coast is clear. What's the plan?
I want to talk to a couple of guys who really know the ropes. They say it's a cinch to raise your temperature. How? Well, just drink some hot coffee right before they shove the thermometer in your mouth. It works like a charm.
No kidding.
Yeah. I'll buy.
I feel a fever coming on already.
Huh? Lavery is the one that's going to catch the heat. I'm packing.
Never leave home without it. Hate to give up such a fine blade. Think Lavery will let me have it back when he's finished with it?
So much for comparing notes, huh?
It's not much to go on, is it?
You expected anything else from Laurelton?
No, I didn't. What do you think, Robert?
I think that I'm glad this isn't my case.
Oh, thank you.
Always happy to oblige.
Well, where do we go from here?
Back to Lucy Coe, unless you have a better idea.
That'll be my play.
All right, I think we should interview her again later today.
We? Is that still including me?
He's your case detective.
Yes, ma'am, chief, sir.
We'll see what she has to say for herself.
Well, I can't wait to hear this.
Let me help you with this.
So, I guess this is, so long again, huh?
For now.
Any last words of wisdom?
Why should I bother? You wouldn't follow them anyway.
You're right about that. I just thought that maybe a little ground laying, you could come back and say I told you so later.
I look forward to that.
So would I. Listen, Robert, I'd appreciate if you stayed close. I know you have a different life other than Port Charles, but I'd like to see you more than once every generation or so.
Well, maybe every few months, the way things are going.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing I'd like better.
I look upon this as passing the mantle over to you. I can't think of anybody better to carry on what I've started than this guy here.
Listen, 100 of me couldn't fill your shoes.
I'm depending on you to be Anna's right-hand man to look out for my daughter.
Well, I will. My godfather, I take that position very seriously.
And that's one of the reasons I feel confident about leaving.
Well, I guarantee you don't have to worry about your daughter. Never let anything happen to her.
Kid's got more surrogate fathers than anyone I know.
She's a very lucky girl.
Yeah, and I'm a lucky man. I want to thank you for being there every time I needed you.
He's thanking me, right? I owe him my life, my career, and he's thanking me.
Maybe it plays both ways.
I just, I hope I do you proud. That's all I hope. Every time I do something, I'm going to think to myself, what would he do?
You're going to do better than you really think you're going to do. Now, I got to get out of here. Hit the road.
I'll drive you to the airport.
I think I'll take a cab.
No, I wouldn't dream of it. Besides, you know, with Duke in prison and everything, I've got time on my hands.
Well, I still think it wouldn't hurt to slip someone else into the infirmary to keep an eye on Lavery.
I said Nellaby can handle it by himself. As long as he's a patient in the infirmary. Listen, on second thought.
What happened?
We've got a problem.
You're telling me.
What's the matter? I got well.
Lavery, you're supposed to be in the infirmary looking out for Duke.
Till after the doc. Did he give you the boot? He said there was nothing wrong with me.
You let him get away with it?
Angus, what was I supposed to do?
Stay close to the Lavery.
I tried. There was a line of cons waiting to get in the infirmary. They needed the bed.
Not half as bad as Duke needs the protection.
Yeah, well, for what it's worth, things are real quiet. Nobody's tried to put a hand on Lavery.
Yet.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, see what you can find out from the grapevine.
Okay, I'll ask around.
And we need to know if anything's coming down.
All right.
Yeah, and when?
Okay, I'll keep in touch.
One of us is going to get into that infirmary.
How?
I don't know. But I don't like leaving Duke alone in there. Something tells me Duke's enemies are going to make their move today.
Man, you gotta help me.
What's the problem?
I'm burning up. Got the shakes, too. Must be the flu.
Well, let's take a look. Open up. What's under your tongue? Give me your wrist. Your pulse is normal. Yeah, you're running a fever, all right.
Just my luck to get sick.
Hey, Doc, I think I got another one for you here. Chills and fever.
What's his temperature?
101.
Better send him on back to me. Sounds like the flu.
Okay, let's go. Hey, how are you feeling?
Awful.
Anything I can do for you?
Yeah, I can hardly breathe. It feels like I'm choking. Prop me up, would you?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll take care of the patient. You keep an eye on the door, okay?
Sure.
Hi.
Here we are again. Saying goodbye. You seem to always be doing that.
Well, I'm going away, but I never really leave. I mean, our lives are too entwined for that.
Do you think so?
I know so. We went through too much together. Fought too many battles. Laughed too hard. Loved too hard. You know, what we meant to each other, it could never entirely disappear. It's etched too deep in emotions. Let's face it, kid, you're stuck with me.
I was convinced I'd never get over you. I mean, I was right in a way. You were the first man I loved. And, I never forget that. I love Duke. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. But he'll never take your place. Nobody could. I think, what we had... I mean, yeah, what we had is too precious.
I feel the same way. You know, I've loved two women in my life. You and Holly. I married her, and I love her very much. But there's a part of me that belongs to you. And that's what I mean when I say I'll never really leave you. I couldn't, not even if I wanted to.
Final boarding call for flight 302 to Sydney. All passengers holding confirmed reservations, please proceed to gate number 17.
Well, it's me.
Yeah.
You may need this later today.
What is it?
A little going away present.
Oh, thank you. It's a pass to go to the prison. Robert? Thank you, my dear Robert.
A meeting like this is highly unusual, but at the request of Robert Scorpio, we bend a few regulations.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Scorpio. He arranged it. But you only have a few minutes, so make the best out of it.
How are you?
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. They cut your hair, look.
Yeah, they did. How's Robin?
She's all right. She misses you terribly.
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
She's drawn you all these pictures. I was going to bring them with today, but, well, this was an impromptu visit. Robert gave me the pass when we were at the airport.
You saw him off?
Yes. He's flying back to Australia today.
You know, we owe him a lot.
I know. I tried to tell him.
You, Robin, and I will visit him down under one day.
Yes. Oh, I love to hear you talk about the future like that.
It's all I have. It's all I ever think about. I think how wonderful our life is going to be together.
I can't wait for you to walk away from this place.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Come here. When I lie in my cell at night, I wonder what you're doing.
I'm just dreaming about you.
I do so many things to keep myself busy. The time it passes so slowly. The hours are like days.
I know. I feel like my life's been put on hold.
Can you wait just a while longer?
I'll wait for you forever.
What's the first thing we'll do when I get out of here? What's the second thing?
I don't know. Maybe we'll go to Scotland, like you promised.
You shall have that. You shall have all the romance that goes with it.
Sounds lovely.
Oh, I'm gonna make you happier than you've ever been. I'm gonna take the whole world, I'm gonna tie a big bow around it, and I'm gonna lay it right at your feet.
I can't wait.
Just having you here like this, just holding you. I know I'm gonna make it. Nothing is gonna get in our way now.
Sorry. Time's up. Gotta go.
You hold on to that dream. Yeah?
Yeah.
Before you know it, I'll be out of here.
Come in.
Sorry to bother you, Warden, but one of the inmates is here to see you.
Tell him to come back later.
He says it's a matter of life and death.
Probably wants to complain about the food in the cafeteria.
He's awfully upset.
All right, send him in.
Thank you.
Warden, you've got to do something. What's your problem, Mackay? Breakfast's not up to your usual standard this morning?
The word on the grapevine is Duke Lavery is going to be killed in the infirmary today. You have to do something. You have to stop it.
Stop what? A rumor?
It's true.
How can I be sure of that?
You must believe me.
Give me one good reason.
Robert Scorpio.
What's he have to do with this?
He made me promise to protect Duke while he was in prison. I can't if you won't help me.
So your job is to protect the other prisoner's safety?
I'm responsible for Duke's. Warden, I'm begging you. Come with me to the infirmary now. It may already be too late.
Mackay, if this is a hoax...
I swear to you, they are going to kill Duke.
Lavery, I have to step out for a while. I want you to hold out the fort for me, okay?
Sure.
And if anybody wants me, tell them I'll be right back.
How long will you be gone?
Oh, about a half an hour. Listen, if these patients give you any trouble, you threaten to send them back to their cells. That'll shut them up fast.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
All right.
Tonight on Nightline, in an exclusive interview from Hawaii.
You got a minute?
Yeah, what's in your mind?
I want to go through the material for Lucy Coe's interrogation today.
Well, it's pretty clear cut. Everything points right to Lucy as the killer. I practically guarantee it.
You can practically guarantee it.
All we need is her confession, Anna.
Well, you get me some evidence, and I will accept your guarantee. But until then, we have to keep digging.
Well, if we dig in Lucy Coe's garden, that's where we'll find all the evidence.
Do you remember Robert's last piece of advice to us? He said that we can't make any concessions where friends are concerned, especially not in a murder investigation.
Lucy's not a friend of mine.
I know, but Buzz is. He's also a murder suspect. Now, when you're a cop, you have to be impartial. When you're on a case, you can't have any friends at all. None.
We're not really talking about Buzz here, are we? How's Duke today?
He's all right. He's, working towards doing his time and getting out, and so far everything seems to be pretty quiet down there.
Well, good.
Let's pray that it stays that way.
Who sent you? Who are you? Oh, I know who put you up to this. You're trying to ruin my chance of parole!
Forget your parole, Lavery. You'll leave the joint or be in a pine box. You're a dead man, pal. The organization will see to that.
Hey, regular, stop it! Stop it! What the hell's going on here?
He started it.
I did not start it.
I was minding my own business when this goon jumped me.
Lavery?
If I wanted to be somebody's boxing bag, you'd say back in the back still.
Yeah, sure, I roughed you up. Not after you tried to do some surgery with a knife. Meaning what? Meaning I'm here minding my own business. If I hadn't caught him, you'd be pulling the knife out of me just now. You got anything to add? All right, secure the area. Take Lavery and Mackay to my office. Take this guy and put him in a holding cell till I tell you what to do with him.
Yes, sir.
Get him out of here.
Come on.
What does that mean, you believe me? You didn't throw this knife yourself, did you?
I won't be the blouse running after Dodge either.
I'm afraid you're right. It's just the beginning. And they're gonna try again. And they might succeed. Let's get out of here.
Look at the look on Buzz's face.
He hardly recognizes his own daughter.
I think he was pretty pleased with the new Sandy, don't you?
Please, he was absolutely overjoyed. You couldn't have given him a better gift.
Well, I think Sandy was pretty pleased with the new Sandy, too.
They were both very, very happy.
And they deserve it. It's been very rough on them lately.
I wasn't any help coming down on Sandy as hard as I did, especially with the problems that she had at that point. She certainly didn't need a doctor to read her the riot act.
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe what you did was good for her. I think nothing else. It motivated her to get her act together and change things.
Yes, but it could have been kinder. You know, as doctors, we sometimes get carried away with our own power. Just because we do help some people doesn't give us the right to abuse others.
Nurse McManus, report
Nobody's
Dr.
perfect.
Ozazi in medical records. Nurse
I really must remember that.
Dr. Ozazi in medical records.
Did I say something that was funny?
No, you said something that was very nice. It was compassionate and with a lot of understanding, and I hardly recognized you.
You know, Sandy's not the only one that's capable of changing.
Yes, I see that. What's the occasion?
Well, number one, it's high time. The other thing is it's my New Year's resolution.
You've never kept a New Year's resolution in your life.
Well, I think things are going to be different in many ways.
How?
You just see for yourself.
I look forward to it.
Dr. Bedwell, report to obstetrics. Dr. Bedwell, report to obstetrics.
Yes. Oh, sister. Can I help you?
I hope so. My name is Sister Mary Camellia. I'd like to speak to somebody in charge, please.
Excuse me. Maybe we could help. I'm Dr. Monica Quartermain. This is Dr. Alan Quartermain.
How do you do? I'm Sister Mary Camellia.
How do you do? What brings you to General Hospital, sister? That is the correct form of address, is it, sister?
Yes. I'm only a novice, but I elected to wear the habit. So you may call me Sister.
Well, what can we do for you?
My order is affiliated with a small hospital in Canada. I'm in this country to visit selected hospitals in order to study organizational facilities and methods of fundraising.
She really should talk to Steve.
Yes, Steve is our chief of staff, Steve Hardy, but he's not here right now. Look, maybe we could show you around anyway, and we might bump into Buzz Stryker. He's Steve's assistant.
That's very kind of you.
No, our pleasure.
From the look on his face, I'm glad I wasn't the one that wrote the card.
Me neither.
Thank you for a lovely tour. You have excellent facilities here.
You certainly know your way around a hospital, sister.
Yes, I'm very impressed with your knowledge.
Well, I find the entire setup fascinating. I would love to be involved with an institution like this.
Excuse me, Jade.
Yeah.
Did you get a hold of Buzz Riker?
Yes, Doctor. He should be coming out of CICU anytime now.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, good, Buzz. Dr. Buzz Stryker, I'd like you to meet Sister Mary Camellia.
How do you do?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Doctor.
Sister Mary Camellia works at St. Mary's Hospital in Quebec.
Oh, certainly. I know of it. From what I understand, it's one of the finest small hospitals in Canada.
Well, we do a lot of good, but it's a constant struggle, as you well know.
Many needs, little money.
Exactly. Which is why I would like to address your hospital board. With your permission, I would like to make an appeal for fundraising help.
Well, I think we can arrange that. I'm a great believer in cooperation between institutions like ours. The idea of a linkage between a large medical center like General Hospital and a smaller facility like St. Mary's really intrigues me.
We have a lot to offer each other.
I couldn't agree more. Wouldn't it be a marvelous teaching opportunity if we could send our residents and med students up to Canada to observe their hospitals?
Absolutely.
Maybe we could even establish some sort of ongoing exchange program.
Well, you Americans certainly work fast. I think I will enjoy Port Charles. It seems like a wonderful city.
How long are you planning on staying?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, it's a good thing that you came now.
Why do you say that?
Well, if you would have arrived a few weeks ago, you might not have thought Port Charles was such a nice place. We had quite a bit of trouble here, but fortunately, the people who caused the trouble have been put in prison.
They need you in the yard.
What about these two?
The warden said it was okay to leave them alone. But you two don't get any ideas. I'll be just outside.
Better luck next time. Why don't you just finish the job yourself and get it over with?
Job?
Yeah, killing me. That clown with a knife was an organization, man. Don't bother denying it.
Yes, but not one of mine.
Oh, like hell.
Duke, I swear it.
Oh, save your breath. The mob doesn't make one move unless you approve of it. That was your knife meant for me as surely as if you held it in your own hand yourself.
Oh, no.
You know, I hate the mob, and I hate everything it stands for. And you, Angus, you are the head of the mob. Well, you tell me, how does it feel to head such an army? Do you feel proud? Does it bring a tear to your eye every time one of your men grabs another victim? Well, does it? Well, let me tell you, old man, you make me sick. I'm sick and tired of it, and I don't want any more trouble. I am counting on an early parole. And not you, not anybody else is going to jeopardize that.
Why should I?
Oh, I understand our agreement does not include any protection for me. But I have your word that Anna and Robin will be kept safe. And I will hold you to that if it is the last thing that I do. Do you hear me?
They won't be harmed, I swear it. I know how much they mean to you.
Well, they mean more to me than my life. And certainly much more than yours.
Your assailant's in solitary. Be a long time before he pulls the knife on anybody else.
Yes, I suppose it's back to the infirmary for me.
Not under the circumstances, I don't think that's very wise.
So what do you have in mind? Solitary confinement to guarantee my safety.
A little different idea.
Oh, an early parole, perhaps?
Hardly, no. Now, you're going to be spending your time, but you're going to work for me. Right over there in the reception area. And you come with me. I want you to look at every photo of every inmate in this prison. Maybe you'll be able to identify any potential hitman before he strikes again.
Now, you're not going to trust him, are you?
Why shouldn't I?
Well, don't you know that every member of the mob swears an oath of silence? You hardly think Angus is going to break it, do you?
Where have you been? Doesn't he know?
Don't I know what?
Mackay's already broken the code.
When?
Why do you think we showed up in the infirmary when we did? Look, I heard all about the plot to kill you, and it came straight to me with the news. He cut any ties with the mob when he decided to save your life.
This is a cushy assignment, Lavery. Cons would kill to be in your shoes.
One already tried.
They won't get anywhere near you here.
What are my duties here?
You'll function as a prison trustee.
Does that mean I'm one of the good bad guys, yeah?
One of the best work in the warden's office. You'll have the run of his suite, including the file room next door.
And just what exactly am I supposed to do?
Whatever you're told. What you don't do is start anything funny.
Well, I'm not exactly in the mood for jokes.
Neither am I. Keep it serious and we'll get along just fine.
We're going to be seeing a lot of each other, yeah?
All that depends on you. I'm posted right out in the corridor. Make any trouble, and you'll see more of me than you ever dreamed.
You all settled?
Yeah, I know the ropes.
Good. You stay here, and I want you to go through every photo in these albums. All right. If you see anybody that you can identify as any threat to this guy, you let me know. You can go.
I guess I owe you an apology. I didn't know you tried to save my life.
For all the good it did.
I'm really sorry. I thought you set up the hit. I was way out of line. I feel really bad about the things I said to you earlier. I mean, I said them out of anger. I hope you realize that, yeah. You know, you really took one hell of a chance.
I should have taken it much earlier.
You turned against the organization. There's no going back now.
No, there isn't.
We've come a long way, haven't we? From you being my boss in the organization to my being your son.
Well, that came as quite a shock to me to realize that I had a son.
It's funny, but I had this feeling that you knew. I don't know why. I just always felt our relationship was special.
Well, it was. But out of friendship, not blood.
Yeah, I suppose I just waited for you to acknowledge the blood. You did that this afternoon.
Well, it took some time to get used to the idea that you are my son. I have a lot to make up to you.
Yeah. You've done that. You've done much more. We both know what it means to go up against the organization and break the code of silence.
I'm a dead man.
No, not if I can help it, you're not.
Well, my life for yours is a small price to pay. I owe you that. Thank you, son.
I appreciate all your help.
No problem.
No, our pleasure.
Look forward to spending more time with you.
Well, I wouldn't be leaving now if I didn't have to locate a place to stay.
Oh, what about the gatehouse?
Gatehouse would be perfect.
I beg your pardon.
Well, we have a gatehouse on our property, and we'd be more than delighted to have you stay there. I think you'd find it quite comfortable.
I couldn't impose.
Please, be our guest.
You wouldn't be imposing at all. We'd love to have you.
I appreciate that.
And we could drive you back and forth to the hospital every day as well.
Certainly. Please say you'll stay. I think you'll like it.
Very well, I shall. Thank you so much.
Oh, our pleasure. Listen, all I have to do is get my coat in my office, and we can be off.
Fine, I'll get mine as well. We'll see you later.
Okay?
There's Kuykendall. Report to Dr. Angel at physical therapy.
Such nice people.
Yes. especially when they're getting along well together.
I take it they don't always.
Oh, Alan and Monica have their ups and downs like any other couple. Well, I have a patient to visit. I trust I'll see you here tomorrow, sister?
Oh, yes, indeed.
It was a great pleasure meeting you.
You too, Dr. Stryker.
Take care.
God bless.
Nurse Torino reports to Dr. Barrows in the clinic. Nurse Patty Torino reports to Dr. Barrows in the clinic.
Pardon me. I couldn't help noticing you watching me. Have we met before?
Not directly.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Sister Mary Camellia. It's just that I went to a private school run by your order.
Really?
The nuns who taught me had an enormous influence on my life.
For the better, I hope.
Well, at the time, I didn't think so.
Well, mine is both a nursing and a teaching order. Perhaps our early influence on you led to your decision to become a nurse.
No, it was more personal than that.
I don't mean to pry.
No, I don't mind telling you. Guess everybody else knows. My grandfather and brother were crime bosses. They ran the Asian underworld here. They came very close to destroying the city.
I see. I can imagine how difficult that must have been for you.
They were family. Having to turn against them was the hardest thing I ever had to do. You see, in my culture, the family is venerated above all.
All but right and wrong. So you turned to nursing as a way of healing your wounds?
Yes, to try and atone for my family's sins.
I can understand that.
As if I could ever make up for what my grandfather and brother did.
We may be our brother's keepers, but we cannot control their destinies. Nor should we be expected to answer for their misdeeds.
I think I understand what you're saying. But I can't help but feel guilty.
Sentiment I know well.
Well, how do you handle it?
By following the same path you've chosen, helping others.
I bet you're good at it.
I do my best.
Just talking to you has made me feel a lot better.
I'm glad.
Thank you for understanding. You're a great listener. Is that what you learned at the convent?
Perhaps. Solitude is a great teacher. Being cut off from the material world forces one to re-examine priorities. Then again, that's the theory behind any kind of imprisonment.
Did you recognize anyone?
No one who's after you.
I'm more concerned about you.
Yeah.
No, I mean that. And you're in as much danger as I am, maybe even more.
I did what I had to do, not accept the consequences.
Over my dead body.
It's the other way around.
Isn't this strange? We're sitting here discussing each other's protection after all the time we spent together at each other's throats.
Oh, what goes around comes around.
Well, that's an awfully fatalistic attitude.
Only if you've taken more than you've given.
I want to get one thing off my chest, Angus.
Hmm?
I used the secret of Lorleon against you, only to protect the two most important people in my life. Anne and Robin, I love them very, very much. I never would threaten to expose the secret if it weren't for them.
I hope not.
No, I wouldn't. I understand that it's our trust.
Well, Leon is, well, it's my Anna and Robin. Secret means everything to me.
If anything ever happens to you, I will take full responsibility to protect the people involved with Lorleon. I promise you, it will remain our secret.
I'm counting on that, too.
Oh, you have my word, as I have yours about Anna and Robin.
Well, they're safe. And as long as Lorleon is too, I can face anything, even death.